Embark on a journey to fortify your character with the 8 Stoic keys to building character that lasts. Imagine uncovering timeless wisdom that transforms challenges into opportunities. Picture navigating life's twists with resilience. Join me in exploring these keys, your guide to enduring strength, calmness, and lasting character. Number 1. Focus on the present. A key aspect of Stoic philosophy is focusing on the present moment rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. The Stoics believed that the past is gone and cannot be changed, while the future is uncertain. The only thing we truly have control over is the present. By living in the moment, we can fully appreciate the people and experiences in our lives. The present is an opportunity to exercise reason, justice, self-control, and other virtues. If we spend too much time regretting past mistakes or fearing future outcomes, we waste the precious gift of the present. The Stoics would set aside time each day to reflect on making the most of the current moment. Some techniques included negative visualization, imagining the loss of something you value to appreciate it more, and using your senses to observe the world mindfully without judgment. By focusing on the present, Stoics aimed to remove anxiety about external events beyond their control. Number 2, remember we are all connected. We are all part of the greater human community. When we remember this, seeing our shared struggles and triumphs becomes easier. Recognizing our interconnectedness allows us to approach situations with more empathy, understanding, and kindness. Life is not simply about our narrow individual experience. We do not walk through this world alone. Our actions ripple out and affect others, just as we are affected by the actions of those around us. We all desire love, purpose, belonging, and growth. By seeing ourselves as part of humanity, we open our hearts. We let go of judgment and embrace compassion. We look for common ground instead of focusing on differences. Understanding we are all connected softens our reactions and brings more peace to our relationships. Simple acts of kindness have power. A smile, a word of encouragement, or listening without judgment can lift someone's spirit in ways we may not realize at the time. When we see our shared human bonds, kindness comes naturally. Remembering we are all connected helps us stay grounded in what matters. Material things fade, but the bonds between people have a lasting impact. Our lives are given meaning through our connections to others. Number 3, embrace the details. The Stoics teach us joy can be found in appreciating life's smallest details. It's easy to get caught up in the big picture and gloss over the little moments that make up our days. Practicing mindfulness, being fully present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings allows us to extract meaning from the mundane. Notice the warm sunlight on your skin, the sweet scent of flowers, or the laughter of children playing. Tune in to the textures and colors that surround you. Savor your morning coffee or tea for its flavor and the comfort of holding a warm mug in your hands. Even chores like washing dishes can provide sensory enjoyment. When you embrace the details, you realize that bliss is not confined to momentous occasions like vacations, promotions, or lavish purchases. Happiness is woven into the fabric of our everyday lives. We must pay attention to it. Finding joy in the little things trains the mind to stay content regardless of external circumstances. So, slow down and open your senses. Appreciate the blessings that this moment brings. Even the most ordinary day holds hidden sources of meaning, beauty, and gratitude if we commit to embracing the details. Number 4, do not seek pleasure. The Stoics believed that constantly seeking pleasure and avoiding pain led to a state of dissatisfaction and suffering. They encouraged a virtuous life instead of indulging one focused on momentary pleasure. A life spent chasing fleeting pleasures like riches, fame, partying, and indulging in food and sex will ultimately leave a person unhappy and unfulfilled. These superficial pleasures do not last, whereas living virtuously brings lasting satisfaction. The Stoics preached temperance, self-control, and not becoming dependent on anything outside of one's own will. Do not seek pleasure for pleasure's sake, or avoid pain at all costs. Moderation and self-discipline are key. Focus instead on cultivating inner strength, wisdom, justice, courage, and rising above basic human desires and aversions. Derive joy from bettering yourself, helping others, and fulfilling your role in life with grace. This lasts longer than any thrill fulfill from external stimuli. Fulfillment comes from aligning your actions with high moral purpose, not satiating endless desires. Avoid hedonism and decadence. Seek meaning, virtue, and service above all. This is the path to eudaimonia according to Stoic philosophy. Number 5, look for opportunity. When faced with challenges or adversity, it can be easy to focus only on the negative, the difficulty, frustration, or hardship we are experiencing. But the Stoic philosophers encourage us to shift our perspective. Rather than seeing obstacles as burdens, we can view them as opportunities to practice virtues like courage, justice, temperance, and wisdom. For the Stoics, life's challenges serve a purpose, a chance to build our character. We become stronger, wiser, and more resilient by meeting adversity with virtue. Each difficult situation presents a choice: to indulge in anger, fear, and self-pity, or to respond with integrity. Viktor Frankl wrote that between stimulus and response is a space. In that space lies our freedom and power to choose. The Stoics recognized this truth centuries before. The next time you encounter an obstacle, pause before reacting. Consider how you can turn the situation into an opportunity for good, perhaps by showing compassion for others who face the same plight. Difficulties will inevitably arise. We cannot control that, but we can control our judgments and responses. Approach hardships as a chance to practice virtues like courage, justice, and temperance. In this way, we turn challenges into opportunities for character growth. We gain strength, wisdom, and serenity even in adversity by focusing on what we can control. Number 6, know who you are. Knowing who you truly are is a key principle of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believe that much human suffering is caused by identifying with external things like fame, wealth, and status. These things are fleeting and can be taken away at any moment. They also feed the ego and create an inflated sense of self-importance. The Stoics encourage looking inward to understand your true self, who you are beyond superficial identities and desires. Know your strengths, values, and purpose. Don't let externals validate or invalidate you. You have worth simply because you are human. When you know yourself, you have an inner confidence and serenity. You aren't swayed by flattery or criticism, success or failure. You make choices aligned with your character versus prestige or pleasure. Understanding who you are helps you live more fully and authentically. Many of us go through life without taking time for self-reflection. We adopt identities and chase validation without considering who we aspire to be. By looking within and knowing yourself, you gain the perspective to live by your highest values. This provides a foundation of wisdom and virtue to build your life. Number 7, do not identify with it. The Stoic philosophy stresses not becoming too attached to possessions, wealth, and reputation. These external things are ultimately outside of our control. Even if we attain them, they can be taken away instantly. Marcus Aurelius said, "If you have an earnest desire towards philosophy, prepare yourself from the very first to have the multitude laugh and sneer at you and say, 'He is returned to us a philosopher all at once.' For they do not know what philosophers are, nor in what they differ from others." The Stoics warn against identifying too strongly with possessions and externals, as they can corrupt character. It's easy to become misguided, thinking that material goods and status are what matter in life. But focusing too much on these things often leads to greed, ego, jealousy, and other vices. The Stoic sage aims to live humbly and authentically, finding contentment and purpose from within. Developing virtues like wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation is far more worthwhile than seeking fame, riches, or praise from others. By not getting attached to stuff and reputation, we can live more freely, focusing on growth and positively impacting each day. Number 8, do not be corrupted. Remaining true to your principles and values in the face of temptation is key to building strong character. When faced with situations that may lead us astray, we must dig deep to stay grounded in who we are. Stoics advise not compromising your integrity for money, power, attention, or other fleeting gains. While it may be rewarding in the short term, the long-term costs to your character are immense. Temptations will always exist, but we must consciously choose principle over convenience or pleasure. Think of examples where you faced a moral dilemma, yet chose to do the right thing despite external pressures. What gave you the strength not to be corrupted? Perhaps it was an inner sense of purpose or a desire to be honorable. Tap into those sources of inner fortitude whenever integrity is challenged. Stay vigilant against rationalizations that try to justify wrongdoing. Be very wary of situations where self-interest and ethical considerations clash. And surround yourself with people who bring out your best self, not your worst. By consistently maintaining your principles, you build character for today and all the days ahead. In conclusion, the Stoic path requires effort, leading to a life of integrity. Using these 8 keys, we can overcome life's difficulties and grow into the best version of ourselves. Our character is defined by how we respond to adversity. By practicing Stoic principles, we build resilience, strength, and lasting nobility of character. If you enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe, leave your comment, and share your insights. We look forward to hearing about your transformation journey. And remember, change starts with a single step. Thank you for watching.